Jin's heartbreaking journey. Broken heart, what he endured silently. Kim Seokjin, known worldwide as Jin, has always been the warm, comforting presence in BTS. A face that radiates confidence, a laugh that fills rooms, and a personality that feels like sunlight even on the darkest days. Yet behind that brightness lived a truth far more fragile, far more painful, and far more human than most people ever imagined. From the outside, Jin seemed like the member who never struggled. He joked around, carried himself with elegance, and always appeared calm. But every smile he showed the world carried the weight of a battle he fought silently inside himself. Long before BTS, Jin grew up feeling overshadowed in ways he couldn't always express. He wasn't naturally academic, nor was he the confident type that people expected him to be. He often felt small, forgotten, and unsure of his own worth. Acting became his dream, but even that dream was filled with disappointment. Audition after audition, directors turned him away. Some told him he wasn't good enough, some said he lacked presence, and some simply dismissed him. Each rejection chipped away at his confidence, but he kept going, too afraid to share his pain, too determined to give up. When Big Hit discovered him on the street, Jin's life shifted dramatically. But the shift was not smooth or easy. He had never trained as a singer. He wasn't a dancer. He was older than many trainees, making him feel out of place and behind. Every day was filled with challenges that tested not just his skills, but his sense of self-worth. He practiced late into the night, repeating dance moves until his legs shook. He recorded his vocals again and again until his voice cracked. And when he felt overwhelmed, he cried quietly in the bathroom, making sure no one could hear. He didn't want to burden anyone, not his family, not the company, not the members who were all struggling in their own ways. When BTS debuted, Jin wore a smile that the world adored. But behind the cameras, he often wondered if he truly belonged. He heard cruel comments, people calling him useless, talentless, only a visual, a burden to the group. These words cut deeply, but he never responded with anger. Instead, he turned that pain into determination. He worked harder, trained longer, pushed himself further. Slowly, he rebuilt his confidence not because someone told him to, but because he believed that improvement was possible. He believed he could prove his worth. As the oldest member, Jin quietly took on responsibility for the others. He made them laugh when the air was heavy. He comforted them when they cried. He offered advice even when he himself was struggling. He became a pillar of strength, yet he rarely had someone to lean on when he was the one breaking inside. There came a moment, in the quiet of the dorm at night, when Jin wondered if he was the reason the group struggled. He questioned his abilities, his role, his importance. Doubt consumed him until one of the younger members said something that changed everything. "Hyung, you're the reason we can breathe sometimes." That single sentence became the turning point he didn't know he needed. From that moment on, Jin started to see himself differently. He wasn't a burden. He wasn't a mistake. He wasn't holding the group back. He was an essential part of their strength. With time, Jin's voice transformed into something warm, emotional, and uniquely beautiful. He poured his soul into songs like Epiphany, where he finally expressed the pain he had hidden for years. Moon showed the world how deeply he loved Army. Abyss revealed the loneliness and fear that had lived inside him for so long. He was no longer just the visual. He became a vocalist whose voice carried healing, a songwriter whose words softened hearts, a figure of kindness, resilience, and emotional depth. Even after global success, Jin remained humble and gentle. His dream was of a life filled with music, acting, joy, and purpose. He wanted to grow, to explore, to keep becoming someone better, not for fame, but for himself, for his members, for the fans who believed in him. Jin's journey is not defined by struggle alone, but by the strength he found in silence. He fought battles no one saw, endured pain no one knew, and rose stronger each time. He is a reminder that even the brightest smiles often hide the deepest wounds. And that sometimes, the people who comfort the world are the ones who need comfort the most. Kim Seokjin endured quietly. He healed slowly. He grew beautifully. And today, he stands as a symbol of resilience, proving that even the softest hearts can survive the hardest storms.